Hello, everyone. This is Dawn with the Healer's Way, and I am here with a very dear friend of mine. Her name is Lise Soul, and you see her here in this picture with Bikram. What's his whole name, Lise?
Bikram Chaudhuri, he's Indian.
Bikram Chaudhuri, the founder of Bikram Yoga. And this is the first in my series of yoga teacher interviews. I'm on a quest to find out about the different yoga styles that are available to us now. We now have an abundance of yoga styles, and I have done yoga for quite a while in my life, and I've been struggling with some injuries, so I'm kind of on a mission to find a yoga style that will work for me. And it just so happens that my dear friend Lise, who we've known each other for about 6 years,
Hmm.
just finished the teacher training program with Bikram in Los Angeles. So without further ado, let me introduce you to my friend Lise Soul from Phuket, Thailand. Hi, Lise.
Hi, Downy.
Thank you so much for being here
My
today.
pleasure, my pleasure.
Great. So this is a pretty quick interview, but I just have a
Hmm.
few questions for you to help me and my listeners and readers learn a little bit about Bikram yoga. So let's start first with you. How did you get involved with this particular yoga style?
All right, in fact, I started a different type of yoga first. I did Ashtanga yoga, and I really loved that, but I did get a lot of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
I started to get pain in my back, in my shoulder, but I just kept on going with it until one day it got so bad that I had to stop. And I had to stop that Ashtanga yoga and I had to stop all exercise. I couldn't swim, I couldn't bike anymore. So I
Oh,
did nothing for about 8 months until a friend said, "Why don't you try Bikram yoga?"
uh-huh.
And I went, and to tell you the truth, I didn't really like it the first time,
Uh-huh.
but I persevered, and then I really loved it. And my shoulder injury was basically gone within 3, 4 weeks, and I felt better and better every time I did it. So I
Wow.
just stayed with it.
Wow. And this was in Phuket, right? You had a studio kind of across
Yeah,
the street from where you were working?
yeah. This was
Yeah.
in Phuket, in Thailand, where I worked and lived, and the studio was very close to my work, so I used to go there at least 5 or 6 times a week.
Wow. And how long did you do that routine before you decided to take the teacher training?
I did it for about a year and a half.
Ah, so not really
Yeah,
that long.
not that long, but I
Uh-huh.
just felt it was something I really love to do. I really
Uh-huh.
love this type of yoga. I wanted to know more about it, improve my own practice, and teach it to other people.
Wonderful. So, what are the elements? Actually, I'm going to pull up a new picture here so people can look at something different. This is a picture of a class, and it's just something I found online here. But what is it particularly that you like about this style,
Um,
if anything,
this
or everything?
this yoga is different from other yogas because it's done in a room that's heated
Uh-huh.
to about 105 degrees Fahrenheit. So
Wow.
it is very hot.
And this is why these people are all wearing basically bathing suits.
It is, yeah, you wear very as little as possible because you sweat. You
Uh-huh.
sweat and sweat more.
Uh-huh.
So
And how well would this kind of thing work for someone who's got maybe some weight issues or some physical problems like bad back or something?
it would be perfect for exactly those people
Really?
because I've seen a lot of people come in the studio over the year and a half that I've been practicing myself, and people came in for different reasons, but if they practice on a regular basis, at least say 5 times a week,
Uh-huh.
initially in the beginning, they say come every day for 30 days and see what happens to your body because you look better, you feel better. And a lot of people come in with problems with their backs or shoulders, like I did. And exactly this sort of yoga is very healing.
Mm.
It's um, it's really focusing on the spine,
Uh-huh.
and they say a healthy spine, a healthy body. And because of the heat, you're more flexible, and you can really change your body from the inside out, as Bikram says, from the skin to the bones, fingertips to the toes, if you practice this on a regular basis.
Nice. That sounds really wonderful. Well, I'm a person who likes the heat, so that looks appealing to me anyway. Okay, what are some of the basic principles? Now I know, okay, obviously heat was one of them, but
Yeah,
isn't there just there's a set number of
that's right.
asanas or
Yeah,
moves, right?
yeah. Bikram, he was champion for many years in India, a yoga champion, and he started to develop this after he had himself an accident, and
Huh.
um, he found that the heat really helped him, and so he developed from traditional hatha yoga these selected these 26 postures,
Hmm.
two breathing exercises, and you do the same postures every time in the same sequence, and it takes about 90 minutes per class to do all the 26 postures. And so each posture is designed to work a certain part of the body, and all the postures work together so that the effect of all these postures together is bigger than if you would do one just by itself.
Uh-huh.
So there's really a synergy in it. And all these postures together, they work each and every part of the body, every gland, every organ, and it helps to revitalize organs, to get rid of a lot of waste products that
Mm.
you have in your
So it's
body.
detoxifying.
Yeah,
Ah.
absolutely. And you sweat a lot of these waste products out
Uh-huh.
through the skin.
Uh-huh.
So you get rid of a lot of waste products, toxins that you have in your body,
Uh-huh.
and that's also the reason that after every yoga class, you feel revitalized, re-energized. You feel very clean. You feel very focused, and you have gained energy rather than losing it.
Oh, nice. That sounds great. Okay, so let's see. You've covered my questions. And so the only thing I guess I have left is there anything else you want to add before
Well, I
we
want to
talk about?
say, you know what? For most people, in the beginning, it's very tough because it's very hot and it's difficult to breathe.
Uh-huh.
But just do it for, say, a week and see how you like it. And you will get great benefits if you pursue this sort of yoga, as I found myself also. And there are a lot of studios that give a special offer.
Uh-huh.
They say $20 for 1 week, unlimited yoga. So to really give beginners a chance to get into it. And in this studio in Phuket, they have a very special
Right, let's go to that here. But
offer.
actually, before we do,
Okay.
now there are studios all over the world, or
There's studios all over the world. This is the fastest growing yoga in the
ah,
world.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So people can look up Bikram yoga.
Look up Bikram yoga in your area, and they
Let's see.
are.
I think if we go here, oh, that's got the Phuket thing.
Yeah.
But here, isn't there something where you can find a studio? I think home
There
franchise
is.
training. I thought I saw something here. But this is the main, in any case, this is the main site, right? So I would
That's
think
right.
that there's some way you can
That's
find.
right.
Okay, but here, let's talk about the very specific. Since you are from Phuket and that's where you're going to be going back to teach,
Yeah.
go ahead and tell us about this special in gorgeous Phuket, Thailand.
Okay. Well, Phuket is a beautiful island, and it's a very popular holiday destination. The high season, so the good weather starts exactly right now, November, December,
Mm.
until April, May. And so usually it's beautiful weather, and so why not go there and combine it with a healthy um, practice.
Yeah.
So
So
they
you've
have
got what? Single, one person is $500
for three
3 weeks
weeks for unlimited yoga and room. They
and
have
accommodation.
apartments. They have
Mm.
apartments that have air conditioning, Wi-Fi. So
And Wi-Fi.
you're not that far from Patong Beach, which is one of the main beaches. And if you want something more quiet, if you rent a car or a motorbike, within 10 minutes you are on some of the most beautiful beaches of Phuket.
Great. All right, cool. So just to finish, Lise, thank you so much for being here. And again, this is my friend and Bikram, newly certified
Newly certified.
Bikram yoga teacher,
That's right.
Lise Sol, and she's going to be teaching in Phuket, Thailand. And I'm sure I'll be visiting you at some point there. And thank you again for being here with me
My
today.
pleasure, Dawn. Thanks.
Thanks.